Ever been in a meeting where the dashboard numbers don't match what's in the database and everyone starts pointing fingers? The engineer blames the analyst blames the data model, and the business, they just want answers. In the next 8 minutes, you will not only learn the delineation between these roles, you will walk away with an interview question, practice activity, and resources to prepare you for success as you level up your career. I've spent over 25 years in data, and from DTS packages back in the day to Databricks, Fabric, and cloud migrations today, I've seen role confusion, think projects, cost companies millions, and create endless frustration. So, who actually owns the data lifecycle? Who is responsible when schema changes? Or when KPIs get redefined? Or even when dashboards break right before the board meeting? Let's clear all that up right now. Let's start with the data analyst, the storyteller. So the data analysts own the queries, the visualization, and the insights. They align the numbers to the business. Lifecycle stage here, modeled data to dashboards to decisions that the business is making. Imagine sales wants active customers, but they want it redefined in a different way than they've looked at it before. Who updates the calculation and communicates it in the dashboards? That's the analyst. You're ready to step into an analyst role if you're in a business analyst or similar position today, and you're already writing some ad hoc SQL queries. Maybe you're digging into Excel or Power BI, and you've realized you want to own not just reports, but the insights behind them. The interview question here: tell me about a time when you found an error in a dashboard. How did you track it back to the source? Your practical exercise: write a SQL query to calculate churn rate, then build a simple dashboard in Power BI or Tableau. Your resource here: Storytelling with Data by Cole, plus Maven Analytics Power BI Bootcamp. Analytics engineers own the transformation logic, the modeling layer, and the definitions, as well as the version control. The lifecycle stage here: clean data, standardized metrics, reusable data sets. The scenario here: two dashboards show different revenue numbers. Who steps in to standardize the metric definition so everyone uses the same formula? That's the analytics engineer. You're ready to move into analytics engineering if you're an analyst who's tired of copy and pasting the same SQL logic everywhere and into everything, and you want to build reusable governed definitions in dbt or another modeling tool. You know you're ready when your focus shifts from this one dashboard to let's fix the source of truth for everyone. Your interview question here: how would you set up a modeling layer so analysts and engineers use consistent definitions? Your practical exercise: use dbt to create a transformation that standardizes customer lifetime value and make it standard across all of your multiple tables that it might potentially live in. Your resources: Analytics Engineering by Anna Filipova and Claire Carroll, plus the DBT Fundamentals free course. All right, now time for my favorite, the data engineer, the pipeline builder. So the data engineers are the ones that own the ingestion, they own the storage, they own the transformation, and the reliability of your data. The lifecycle stage: raw data, clean data, modeled data. So we're the beginning of the lifecycle. The schema changes in your source system. Who updates the pipeline so nothing downstream breaks? Data engineers. And so you know that you're ready to step into a data engineering role if you're already comfortable with modeling and transformations, but you want to go deeper into the infrastructure. You're scaling pipelines, handling schema drift, and optimizing performance. Many analytics engineers and even strong analysts make this move once they want more control over how the data gets there, not just how it's modeled. Your interview question here: walk me through how you design a pipeline that can adapt to schema changes. If you want some more information on how to do that, check out the video that I'm going to link at the end. Your practical exercise, take a CSV file with missing and inconsistent data, build an ETL process to clean it, and load it into a database. Your resource, Designing Data-Intensive Applications by Martin Kleppman, plus the Databricks Data Engineer Associate courses. Now, so here is the data lifecycle in action. Data analysts turn data into insights and decision-ready dashboards. Your analytics engineers make sure those insights are built on consistent, reusable definitions. And your data engineers, we keep the data flowing reliably from the source all the way through to the end. So when each role owns their own lane, projects run smoother, teams collaborate better, and the business finally trusts the numbers and is confident in the decisions that they're making because of them. The biggest mistake here that happens is expecting one role to do it all. I've seen job postings that want a single person to ingest, model, analyze, and present the data. And that's like asking one musician to play the drums, the violin, and the trumpet all at once. Those positions are looking for a unicorn, and there are a few of us out there, but not many. It's technically possible, but all of it is terrible for mental health and the performance of that musician with all those different instruments. Don't confuse the roles, and don't let your company blur those lines either. Remember, you can't tackle everything at once, but you can start working your way into that engineer role by watching this video right now.